Well, hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the final round of the North American Grand Prix Monday Night Open Wheel Championship, coming to you live from Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona, Spain. And this is it. This is for all the marbles here tonight. We got Drivers' Championship up for grabs, as well as a Team Championship. And it's going to be an exciting night of racing here at NAGP. Close out another great season here on Monday nights. And as always, I'm joined by my broadcast partner on Mondays, Brad Maris. Brad, welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Al. You are right. It has. We are down to it, aren't we? This is where the rubber meets the road, as it were. It seems like an eternity since the last couple weeks. Our last event there at Monza, but I think that's only helped to build the anticipation, Al, as we go into this deciding event here at Barcelona. This is going to be a good one.
Cars are rolling out here for qualifying. We're going to take a quick look at the track map for this evening. Race is going to be 43 laps around this circuit. We're running the moto layout, so 14 corners, some tricky sections here, especially turns 4, Repsol, and all the way that middle section that came through turn 9. Very tough, and that final corner very important to carry a lot of speed onto that main straight. But quick look, and let's jump on somebody here, see if we get on board with one of these guys. Alright, let's jump on board now with our championship leader here, Philippe Samard. We'll touch the championship standings here coming up momentarily, but Samard on an out lap here, Brad. Very important qualifying session for him tonight.
Yeah, it really is. Look, it looks like we might have a bit of a short field, so maybe not huge, but you obviously want to start as well as you possibly can, and Samard's going to kick the thing off, carrying a little bit of success valves here tonight, but not too much. Coming up to the first corner here, either probably a third gear corner, could be second gear corner. It's kind of a chicane type corner. Can't get away with some braking pretty deep into there, but it's all about the acceleration coming out of there, and especially coming here through, this is that Repsol you were talking about. Really want to be able to get on the throttle early there, but this corner here can really suck you in deep onto the brakes, so gotta have to get that braking zone right. Gotta make sure you actually get it early enough, and same here. Coming over kind of a blind apex. You can't pick up that braking point until it's almost too late. Now, probably one of the more dangerous corners on the track coming up here. Very critical to get the acceleration right. Smart sticking in third gear out of there. That could help them keep the revs a little lower, help keep the rear end in check. We'll see guys struggling with that. Ooh, as Moses goes off in front of them there. Coming through that tricky, fast sweeper. And now this braking zone, pretty standard. Not going to catch you out. You can actually get away with making a bit of a braking mistake, but you don't want to take it too far. And of course, this right-hander here, very tricky, very long. And yeah, so you're going to have trouble on the rear, on entry there, and then on the acceleration, but these last two corners critical. These are make or break if you want to turn in a good lap here. Maybe a little shaky through there, but carried some decent speed. It's a fast lap around here, Al.
Yeah, nice lap from Samard, carrying 15 kilograms of ballast. Taylor slots in the second. It's under 5/10 off of Samard's time. Ricker currently in third. Yeah, Wathan. Yeah, you mentioned short grid. It looks like Miller just got in here. A couple guys I know definitely out tonight. Trask and Carter, unfortunately, aren't going to make it. But yeah, DeGraw is showing some good pace as well. He's involved in the championship mix. This is reference here. We got last time we raced here was at season 30. In the 312. The lap record here is held actually by Ronnie Nunez in the Formula Master 139.6, and that was just crushed by Samard. So this car is definitely a lot quicker than that Formula Masters mod we ran a few seasons back. And now DeGraw jumps up to provisional pole with a 21.5. Excellent lap.
Sure was. We saw what? We saw somebody there in the low 121s, 21 flat, didn't we? Was that DeGraw or is that Ricky? Who was that?
Yeah, well, looking at the timing here.
But nonetheless, you're right. Very good lap for Mark DeGraw. These guys, there are a couple tricky corners on this track, and we are going to see quite a few guys, particularly in this qualifying session, going off. They aren't going to want to go out there during the race, that's for sure. But we're going to see guys pushing the boundaries here in this qualifying session.
Yeah, DeGraw had the fastest lap going into this session. So he's picking up where he left off as we are trying to pick up somebody here. We got a few guys, Samard back on it here on a flyer going into turn number 1.
Yeah, taking another crack. These qualifying tires, I think, also could struggle a little bit by the end of the lap here, particularly at the rear. The qualifying tire generates a lot of heat, so you lose traction very easily once those tires get overextended.
Large teammate Jolicoeur with a penalty this evening, no qualifying penalty after last week's race at, 2 weeks ago, the last race at Monza. Had a week break for the holiday here in the States, but he got clipped with the no qual, so he's going to be starting from the back, and that's a little bit of a bobble there from Samard through turn 9, but now that could have some implications here for French Connection team and their team championship hopes. A lot on the line. We'll touch on that, all that scenario coming up here between sessions. Oh, as Samar gets it wrong. And looked like he was up. John Houston.
Yeah, Samar.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Samard's looking very good through a couple of the corners where I've seen a lot of guys struggling here tonight. So that could be a big benefit for Philippe.
Burke currently up into 5th. DeGraw now quick through the first sector. Let's see where he's at.
Sure is coming up to the all-important turn with 5 or 6 now. Where this is where Philippe has been looking so good. DeGraw not so much. It's so tricky, so tricky on that corner. Trying to make up for lost time and just did not have enough bite on the front end to hold it.
Peter Burke on track, making his way through the first sector. Burke 3/10 off in sector 1. Ekman just set his personal best. Ooh, Burke takes it off.
I can't express how difficult that corner is in these cars. It's unbelievably treacherous.
Following now, Lemansky, who's looking pretty quick in practice. He's got some success ballast, 10 kilograms. He finished in 3rd last week at Monza. I'm going to keep saying that, but it was 2 weeks ago. But nonetheless, finished 3rd in a race that unfortunately had some issues with the streaming service. And weren't able to bring you the entirety of the broadcast, but it was a good one. Taylor won. DeGraw finished 2nd, and this man here, Lemansky, finished in 3rd. So nice run for him.
Yeah, well, got a lot of definition with the point scenario coming into this final event from that race. Again, we'll touch on it, but you guys missing out on that race, and definitely on the outside looking in that points championship. But yeah, Lemansky, what these guys could have done had they not had the race they did before that Monza race when they got caught out. So they are definitely on the outside looking in for this championship here tonight as a result.
Continue to ride on board with Lemansky. Samard was even through sector 2. He lost a bit of time in the 2nd sector. Jump on board with him, see if he can pick up some time. Keep in mind oh, I'm sorry, DeGraw did not finish 2nd last week. Pick up some time.
Yeah, it was DeGraw slipping to 4th.
Great final sector there from Samard. And he jumps into provisional pole by 0.02 of a second over DeGrasse.
Not sure where you're at. I jumped on board with Mark DeGrasse, and he is embroiled in some pretty heavy traffic at the moment. So this hot lap of his, which was looking quite good, he's gonna have to scrub that off and give it another go.
Yeah, he ran into some traffic there. So my apologies. It was Moses who finished second last week, not DeGrasse. DeGrasse ended up, I believe, out of the points. Oh no, fourth.
DeGrasse actually did come in fourth.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so DeGrasse with no weight, and he's looking quick here tonight. DeGrasse has not scored a pole. Just double checking here, but Mark DeGrasse has not started from the front yet this season. He's not gotten a pole position yet this season, and is the only driver among the top 5 who are in championship contention without a win this season. So, could this be his night? He's had opportunities and they've slipped away. Most notably, I believe, at Hockenheim he was leading. Ran into some trouble. So he is back on an outlap. Meanwhile, John Houston, 2/10 behind through the first sector as he tries to carry the torch here for T-Brock Dambam, as Aaron Parsons, who is back in 8th without any success ballast tonight, Brad. Struggling.
Yeah, no weight. Those guys got some decent practice time. It's not for lack of practice, so I have no idea why Aaron Parsons has not shown up toward the pointy end of this leaderboard just yet. I'm sure he will make it there eventually, but 13 minutes left to go here. He's going to have to get moving. Downshift there at the middle of the last corner for John Houston, but
no improvement. Samard was up in sector 2, and he lost it somewhere. Meanwhile, DeGrasse is green through the first sector. Had a really quick second sector last time around. Caught up to some traffic.
You're right, this is a pretty big moment for Mark DeGrasse. Boy, he wants that win, and now he has the pressure of being the fastest on the server over the course of the week. Not having that win yet, looking very fast through the second sector. Coming up on Aaron Parsons again.
4/10 up in sector 2.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake coming through the last corner, but that's so tricky there at the rear coming through that corner. Pretty ragged here in the third sector, but he's...
Oh! Ragged is right as he throws it all away there. Wow. Taylor on an outlap. Ricker looking mighty quick here tonight, currently in 4th. 7/10 off provisional pole. You can look further back. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's all you, Al.
Let's take a look further back. Houston here in 5th. Peter Burke having a nice qualifying session. Aside from that, he is in 6th. Ryan Robbins running in 7th. Chris Moses, currently 2nd in the Drivers' Championship, is back in 8th and towing 40 kilograms of ballast. So it's going to be a tall order for him here tonight. Kevin Miller in the 9th position, followed by Lemansky in 10th. Parsons, without weight, back in 11th. Jesse Olsen in 12th. John Wathen back in 13th, followed by Greg Myers 14th. Ekman in 15th. Story is in 16th, and Jolicoeur and Ivy. Jolicoeur not qualifying here tonight. So, it's about 11 minutes to go in the session. It is Samard on pole provisionally by 0.02 of a second over Mark DeGraw. Taylor, who had a good first sector.
Nicely managed. Looking well up on his time. Got to try to manage your heart rate. If you're on a good lap, just want to hit clean line, go for a little bit of improvement, lap after lap, if you can manage it.
Third sector. Ooh, take that back. Lost a lot of time. We did not improve. DeGraw, meanwhile, up big in the second sector again. Let's see if he can keep it together here.
That really applies to Mark DeGraw. Now all you have to do is just keep the thing on track. Nice clean lines. All you need is 28 1,000ths of a second here. Looking good this time. I think he's going to be all right.
DeGraw to the line. Boom. The provisional pole with a 21.257. Still a little bit slower than his practice best, but nonetheless, timely lap here late in this session. Robbins with a good first sector. He's currently back in 8th.
Yeah, quickly going back to DeGraw. I mean, that's exactly what you want to do. There's enough time left yet. You just want to make sure you go ahead and set the time. You know you can do it. Settle down a little bit. Now you can go back and start attacking that sector a little harder now. And be a little bit more confident, knowing that you've got time in there.
Ooh, Robbins, big mistake there in sector 2. All right, well, can Samard answer the call, the bell here? He is 8 minutes to go here. All important bonus point towards the championship for getting ooh, and he gets it wrong.
Just so treacherous through there. Unbelievably so.
Following Ricker now, he's 2/10 off in sector 1. Got Taylor right behind him, who's up in the first sector. About
Richter, he's well and truly off the pole pace, but ahead of his time at the moment.
Taylor's pulled the chute. Big slide there from Ricker's. Probably going to lose a little bit of time here through this final sector.
A lot, I would imagine. That corner's very treacherous.
Whoa. I'm a bit miffed here by Parsons' lack of pace, back in 11th. Championship contender. Yeah, Houston may improve his lap here, going through this final corner. And he does, up to 4th, dropping Ricker down a position. Thinks better of it.
Parsons is going to pick up some time, still off the pace, but
yeah, he's just jumped up to 6th. Guys out. Samard up again in the first sector. Story disconnect. Hopefully he can make it back in.
Smart survived that turn 6. I think it's turn 6. Well, off of DeGraw's pace in that middle sector, but ahead of his own time still. Shot at this one on a clean last corner.
Ooh, he improves, but still 1.7 off of DeGraw's provisional pole time. 5 minutes to go in the session. Somewhat of a spaced out grid here between I guess the top 3 and then most part the rest of the field, but we've seen that before, and the racing that follows has been incredibly close. So
yeah, right now it's with the point situation makes us pretty interesting, and in some ways not too important for Samard, but important for everybody else who's behind him right now, not qualifying very well. It's pretty important for those guys.
we'll gonna have our calculators out, figure out what's going on. Great story for tonight, though. Is the competition index leader. We'll talk about that also coming up. We give away some great prizes here on an NAGP for the drivers, the team, and the competition index. So well earned for that. For our leader, Ekman. So, pretty quiet so far, not much going. Olsen looks like he's got a pretty good first sector. May be able to pick up a couple positions here if he nails his final sector. Samard and Taylor look even through sector 1. Taylor a little off the pace in sector 2.
Yeah, it just doesn't, there hasn't been much of a fight there toward the top, has there? We've seen, you know, it's pretty jammed up there. Third all the way down through the entire field, but the two guys at the front, well, it's pretty much just a battle between those two at the moment.
Olsen jumps up to 6, bumping Parsons down a spot. Taylor, does he improve? He does not. Mansky back in 9th. Jolicoeur, do you copy?
Hey, bud.
Hey, on the broadcast here. I know you're serving a no call, so figured I'd
Evening, guys.
have a second to talk to you here before we switch it over. But you guys are right there.
The sin bin here.
Yeah, you guys are in the running for that team championship. That's just 10 points off. How's your pace going into tonight? I know you start from the back, but I think you got the pace to weave your way through the field and have a go at it.
Well, we're not leaving anything on the table. I'm going to try. I put in some laps here before the race tonight. I think I had the best lap on mediums before everyone started their quali practice, so it's giving me some hope tonight. And that's all you can have when you're coming from the back. So we're going to give it a little hope, a little luck, see what happens.
Well, it's a treacherous track tonight, so a big part of your strategy, I'm sure, is going to be, you know, controlled aggression, making sure you just keep that darn thing on track, hoping to move forward through attrition. So, best of luck tonight. We'll be keeping an eye.
Thank you, Brad. I know you'll be on board with me, bud. Awesome.
Good luck, Ian. All right, so the French Connection guys. Ian sounded pretty confident. 30 seconds to go. Yeah, 30 seconds to go here. Samard looking good. Through sector 1. Is he going to have a shot at this? He loses a bit of time there in sector 2. He's been really strong in the final sector.
Time running out. I don't think DeGraw's going to get to the line for another shot. So this could very well be it for Philippe Samard.
Ricker, he improves his time.
Yeah, bumping. Parsons slipped another spot now, down to 8th.
Samard, just misses out on pole by 0.06 of a second. That was a good run. Taylor takes it a little bit wide. He was bit off there in sector number 1, so this might be just a throwaway lap for him. Most of the guys in the pits. Parsons pulls it in the pits. I'm honestly very surprised by Parsons' lack of pace here in this session.
You know, I was on board. There for a couple of Parsons laps, and I got to tell you, it just looked like he was slow. I didn't pick out anything that is, you know, making mistakes, running into traffic. It's inexplicable.
Looks like Samard's going to be your pole sitter here tonight. Fantastic lap from DeGraw with a 121.2. So outstanding job from DeGraw. His first pole position of his career here, getting the monkey off his back per se. And just needs to follow it up for a win. But hey, this helps his championship hopes, because he is in the running. And Brad, let's talk about this situation here. Looking at the standings here tonight, it is Philippe Samard with 162 points. Chris Moses in second with 162 points back. You got Parsons and Taylor, both tied for third. And man, what a disappointing qualifying session tonight for Parsons. That's not going to help. That's not for third. That's not going to help his chances here tonight. But Parsons 15 and Taylor 15 points behind, and then now it is DeGraw also in contention. Now just 17 points back of Samard, the leader. So if he could score max points here, DeGraw, and who knows what can happen with the guys behind him. It's going to be an interesting run, Brad, in the Drivers' Championship. Right now, the ball's in Samard's court. He's in a good position.
Yeah, I would say he's in as good a position as he could possibly hope for, given that Moses is, you know, more or less nowhere to be seen on the grid behind him. And boy, it's down to Chris Moses carrying around 40 kilograms of ballast. There's just nothing you could do about that, and that's the way those end of the season points kind of shake out. There's nothing you can do if you have to have points to you know, help out your weight situation. If you need the points, you have to finish well, and then you have to wait for the last race, and then you can. The Parsons situation is a little odd. He made the mistake there. But anything can happen literally in this race with these cars on this track, and it's going to be a really tough test for these guys not to make mistakes here tonight, Al.
It's critical. Certainly very critical here. Now let's look at the Team Championship. Precision Motor Racing back out front with 307 points. They have a 10-point lead over the French Connection. So Chris Moses and Matt Taylor leading over Ian Jolicoeur and Philippe Samard. So those are the only two teams left for the team title. Keep in mind, PMR has won, I think, 4 out of the last 5 open wheel team championships coming into this season. So it will be a big bonus for French Connection and a big win if they can steal that championship away from them tonight. But I tell you what, interesting matchup here. T-Brock, Dan Bam, Parsons, and Houston. Although out of the contention, they are tied with the Legier squad of DeGras and Lemansky. Actually, now Legier has a 1-point lead after that pole from DeGras. So interesting which one of those teams ends up finishing third here this season. But I'll tell you what, this championship couldn't have. It's been pretty one-sided the last couple seasons, but it's great to see this close competition here on Monday nights this season. So
yeah, it really came down to the wire. We had a very robust team championship until basically last week. Unfortunately, I feel so gutted we couldn't bring our viewers the action from that race 2 weeks ago. But yeah, it changed a lot in that team classification. But the drivers' classification is still for grabs. Look, if Samard goes out, then it's anybody's game.
all right, we have 2 minutes and change here to go before we go green. I just want to take this quick opportunity to thank everybody who's participated this season on Monday nights. It's been another great season of racing. If guys are watching for the first time, anybody out there, NorthAmericanGP.com. Sign up, let us know you're interested. We're going to be moving to Discord after this season ends, so you can catch us on there. So it's been a lot of fun. So then also thanks, Brad, for everything, all the help you've provided this season. So with all that said, let's run through the starting positions here for this final race of season 32. It is going to be Marc DeGras starting from his first pole position of the season. Took 12 races, but he's finally out front. Followed by championship leader Philippe Samard starting second. Matt Taylor's going to be starting in third. John Houston in fourth. And Sean Ricker in fifth. 4 Canadians out of 5 in the top 5.
Yeah, look at that. Go Canada, eh? Jesse Olsen takes 6th. Another Canadian, Kevin Miller, starting 7th. Aaron Parson, disappointing 8th, it has to be said. Kevin Lemansky will start 9th, however. And Peter Burke takes 10th.
Ryan Robbins is going to be starting in 11th. Chris Moses 12th. John Watson in 13th. Greg Myers 14th. And Joel Ekman in 15th.
Another part of the Canadian contingent, Brian Story starts 16th, Jake Feemster takes 17th, Jack Ivey is in 18th, and that's our grid tonight, Al.
Oh,
18 drivers strong.
Oh, nope, Jolicoeur 19th and Zahn in 20th. So real quick, well, we'll talk about Ekman coming up here. Let's get ready for this race to get started. For the last time.
Yeah.
Now, Ekman leading the competition index, newcomer this season. We'll go through his numbers once this race gets underway. But we're about to go green here from Barcelona for the last time in season 32. And green flag, nice start from DeGras. Ooh, Samar gonna have a look, going into one. Oh, they touch wheels.
Yikes.
Samar jumps out to the early lead, and ooh, it looks like a little bit of contact between Taylor, and I'm not sure who that was. That was Kevin Miller with a blazing start up to 4th. I think those two had a little bit of contact. What a terrific launch there from Samard on the mediums, DeGras on the mediums as well. Taylor on the softs. Look for him to have some pace here. Most likely on a 2-stop.
These guys are going to have to be so careful in these opening laps. We've seen how that performance decrease with that fuel and possible medium tires on for some of these guys. Can end up really being difficult to drive the car in the opening laps. Waffen goes off.
It's going to be Samard leading after one lap here.
Well, fortunate those two got away unscathed with banging the wheels there on the start, but boy, a lot of pressure here now on DeGraw. We figure he's going to probably have some pace on Philippe Samard. Given that weight ballast Philippe is carrying, but the battle shaping up very close there at the front now. Full weight battles, and that Taylor goes through. Might be needed for me there.
Taylor alongside DeGraw down at the turn one. Ooh, DeGraw's going to hang on to that spot. See if Taylor can answer. Taylor's going to have pace on the soft tire. He's going to be desperate to get around DeGraw, Brad.
Yeah, he's going to want to get by and make up as much ground as he possibly can. He'd like to be in the lead before he has to come in for his pit stops on those softs. But yeah, it's up to him to make the move, but make it safely.
A little further back. Houston now putting some pressure on Kevin Miller. Goes through with a nice start. Moses up to 10th. Parsons running in 6th.
We're up to 9th.
Taylor makes his way past DeGraw.
So DeGraw let off very early. Being very safe.
So no doubt seeing the tires that Taylor is on. Not better of it. Put up a fight, but DeGraw's starting to lose pace. Kevin Miller now starting to put the heat on.
I tell you right now, this action is very intense. These guys don't actually want to be pushing this hard right now. I promise it.
Miller also on the softs, and he takes that spot away, moves up to 3rd. Great start from Kevin Miller.
I think DeGraw's really, he's doing a good job here. I think he's just biding his time, knowing that those tires and that one-stop strategy is going to come in back into play for him.
Oh, Taylor takes it off! He takes it off. And Parsons,
I tell you right now, these
trying to make his way past. Go ahead, Brett. Sorry.
These guys are pretty close to the limit right now in very sketchy circumstances. They really want to give these cars a few more laps before they start really trying to get some pace out of the car. But the nature of this race, the racing's close, and so they have to be on edge a little bit right now.
Look who is up to 2nd spot, Kevin Miller. And now ever so slightly starting to close in on Samard for the lead of the race.
Well, right now it's Jolicoeur doing some work there too, up to 8th from the back of the grid, and right now these guys are picking up some points on that Team PMR for that championship.
Yeah, Jolicoeur has gotten past Chris Moses. Moses back in 10th, and Taylor in 5th.
Yeah, that was a big moment there for Matt Taylor going off, because they were still out front for that championship, and I'm not sure if they are right now, the way they run on track.
What a great moment here for Kevin Miller. He is, no doubt, in position to take the lead of this race. Working lap 5. For these guys on the softs, look for them to come in around lap 14 if they're on a 2-stopper. Highly doubt they'll be able to stretch it out to make it a 1-stop on the softs.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, we heard about some guys maybe 2-stopping on the medium, so yeah, you wouldn't think the softs could go, but right now Felipe has got to be just watching those mirrors intently, because right now the only thing that's going to lose him this championship is something like getting crashed from behind, right? It's hard enough just to keep these darn things on track without not having to be worried about somebody making a desperate pass for the lead of the race. Very tense opening laps here out there.
Brad unable to close the gap up on Kevin Miller going into 1. Question is, at what point do the softs start to fall off? Ooh, as DeGraw takes it way wide, Taylor is going to get a run on him. Nope. It's always a great passing opportunity here through this turn 4 and 5. See a lot of side-by-side through those 2 corners.
Yeah, a lot of different lines to take on entry through there.
Yep.
Right now, I think that the weight is taking its toll as Samard out at the front, and this group has now kind of come together. It's solidly a 4-way battle for the lead, with Houston not too far behind there in 5th.
Houston and Parsons running 5th and 6th. Let's see if Taylor, what he can do here with DeGraw. He's back, ran it a bit wide, didn't lose all that much time. He's only a second off of the leader, so a good exit here. He may have a run on DeGraw.
Yeah, he does have a run on DeGraw, but he is the linchpin for PMR's success here tonight. He has got to be careful.
So Taylor gets the pass made.
A little bit of the curbing there through turn 1, and got the car a little upset. Had to make some corrections there.
Yeah, what a great drive so far from Kevin Miller. He's 2/10 off. Samard in first.
Showing some very nice poise here as well. He has had the opportunity to make some desperate dive attempts here on multiple occasions, but has not elected to do so just yet.
Well, I think these guys know what's at stake. Kevin not in line for. He's not going to put that Samard at risk. I don't believe.
No, certainly not intentionally. No, but you know, you want to make a pass for the lead if you can. Look, this isn't some Clio mod that we're dealing with here. He's just trying to keep the car on track, turning through the corner with nobody around you is tough.
Elite defending on the inside. We're on board with Taylor. Taylor could get a run on Miller here.
You know, I would say if you're Samar, just let the guys go. But they need these team points for the team championship, right?
Oh, looking to go around the wrong way. Nothing there. Now, this is going to help Samard a little bit, as Miller's got a Mirrors full of Taylor. Taylor has a look on the inside of Kevin Miller, and he gets the job done.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he held that. That was a very late braking maneuver, but he did hold it very fairly. I did not think Matt was going to be able to hold that as well as he did. I think if you're Matt Taylor, there might have been some question in his mind if he was going to be able to hold that as well.
All right, Taylor has some speed. Going into turn one, side by side with Samard. Samard's going to hang on to it. Let's see what Taylor can do here.
Got to make that pass. He wants to make this two-stop strategy work, but it might already be too late for him.
Jolicoeur now, there we go. This is what I was talking about, side by side. Jolicoeur and Parsons. Jolicoeur tried the inside line in 4. Parsons with the preferred line in the next corner, and Parsons going to hang on to that spot. Yeah, but Jolicoeur all the way up to 7th. Now he's going to have a look on the inside of Parsons. Nothing there. Taylor can get a run on Samard here. Oh, Miller goes off. Oh, he's got heavy damage. What? That was something.
Well, it's going to be a long repair time, but Miller was on the soft, so that keeps his strategy options open a little bit. Won't hurt as bad as if he was on a one-stop strategy, but nonetheless, yeah, that's going to hurt.
Looks like Jolicoeur might have made a mistake, as Olsen was in front of him, but he's gotten back past. Olsen up to 7th. Nice run here early for Olsen. Peter Burke behind him in 8th. Look at the lap times. Taylor holding best lap of the race so far with a 25 flat. Suspect it might maybe a bit quicker if he'd be able to get around Samard.
Yeah, hard to say. We know that, well, we suspect that those softs will go off a little bit. And so right now, a little hard to tell if hasn't been able to complete the pass due to the tires going off, or he's kind of stuck behind.
So he's not going to be close enough this time by. Jolicoeur, though, may have a run on Parsons. McGraw now sets fast lap of the race with a 24.6.
Yeah, the guys on the mediums, especially, the performance is really going to start coming to these guys now. They're going to be able to be a little tiny bit more aggressive.
Ooh, Samard had a half-second lead on Taylor. That quickly shrunk. I thought maybe he had made a mistake.
Well, he took it a bit wide coming off of 4. Didn't get a great exit. Get on throttle very early coming around there, and it did allow Taylor to make up some ground.
Parsons now looks like he's maybe holding up Jolicoeur here, possibly Olsen. Olsen's hanging on to these two.
Yeah, I agree, but Parsons' pace looks a little bit better here in the race than it did in qualifying, so that's at least some, a bright spot. and maybe that'll continue. His pace will continue to improve. But you're right, he's got to survive this charge by Jolicoeur. She is not.
Samard now sets fast lap of the race. Oh, Burke spins it on the final corner. That's a dangerous spot.
Going to be good news for Chris Moses. He is going to get by, claim 8th spot, so desperately needed points for Team PMR right now. It is very close, but PMR is in danger of that team championship is tougher right now.
Oh, now Taylor having a look on the inside. He gets the pass made. Done at turn 7, not a typical place where you get it done. Now DeGraw having a look on Samard.
And I think that puts PMR back in the driver's seat for the team championship now.
Yeah, we're going to have to whip out the calculator and figure out who these guys are at the end of the night.
It was basically, it took about 1/2 lap for these guys to be about tied in the team championship to the next half lap, and PMR's back out front.
What's going on with...
I don't know.
With Samard, he's fallen off the pace a little bit. I wonder if he's got some fuel issues, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
He is falling off the pace here.
Yeah. Yeah, his pedal might not be full range now. I think he had that problem last week, or 2 weeks ago. I don't think his pedals are getting full range.
You can see
and that is a sad state of affairs. Just bring up the pedal ad here.
Got it up.
That shows us anything. No, he's not full ranging. No, he's hosed.
Yeah, he's not getting max throttle, yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Technical gremlins here for Samard, but he's going to have to soldier on here and try and make do with what he's got.
He basically only has to finish ahead of Chris Moses, so... The team championship, they have probably just lost the team championship, but who knows? Maybe he can get in for a stop, maybe adjust a strategy, come in, go super long on a second stop, try to jiggle the pedals around or the input to the wheel or something, but oh man, this with the weight Chris Moses has, maybe they're even. He only has to finish basically ahead of Chris Moses. So that could come into play.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's not sure when he's stopping, probably around lap 21 or 22, probably earlier, just so he can try and do something.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Taylor, we suspect, if he's on a 2-stopper, we suspect he should be coming in this lap. Or the next.
Yeah, with those pedal issues, the team championship is more or less gone. So if you're Samard right now, you just have to focus on how the heck am I going to try to manage this gap to Moses. That's the only thing he should be looking at right now.
All right, well, looking further back at Moses currently, he is in 8th. And he's got Peter Burke, who made a mistake a few laps back. And Moses trying to fend off Burke. Moses on the mediums look like he may be on a 1-stop. Taylor now sets fast lap of the race with a 24.2. Oh, as Jolicoeur now on the mediums with a 23. Well, Jolicoeur is flying now up to 3rd.
Yeah, that's more or less ridiculous.
So, what can Jolicoeur do here? I mean, he's only 2 seconds off the leader.
Well, if you're Jolicoeur, you push like mad, I guess. Because why not?
So you have to keep an eye on that. Olsen has been really putting the pressure on Parsons for a number of laps here, and Ricker has now joined this little battle here between Burke and Moses. So he's close up to the back of Peter Burke. Ekman in the pit. Ooh, Burke loops it for the second time, so it's the easiest way to make that pass for Ricker. And here we go. Taylor comes in on lap 15. So that's going to hand the lead over to DeGraw.
Yeah. Boy, Samard's going to have to try to make a pit stop, and even if he has to take a couple seconds to grab some canned air or a minute or something, he's got to do something because he's not going to survive Chris Moses. He's going to have to try to get his pedal issues sorted on his pit stop in enough time to be able to turn good laps after that.
Yeah.
He's done.
Lap 11, 24.5, and then lap 12, 27.9, 28 on lap 14. He's 3 to 4 seconds nearly off his pace.
Yeah.
So Olsen,
yeah, and typically those, and typically that issue just will get worse and worse. You know, it'll get to a spot and hold for a while, but then it'll slowly, you know, you'll lose more and more range.
Olsen has made his way past Parsons, and now he's about to make his way past Samard. And Samard now down to 5th. That's got an 11-second cushion over Chris Moses. Moses' lap times around the 26s.
Yeah, the trouble for Philippe is that Moses is going to continue to crank out, you know, better and better laps here as he continues to burn the fuel off. So he's actually going to be turning better than 26s. Yeah, if I'm Samard, I fill the thing up with fuel and stop as early as the window opens. I mean, the window's open for him. He just has to take a full fuel load and try to fix the pedals because there's no way he's going to be able to survive. I mean, otherwise, unless you can turn better laps.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Samard, but it's like real racing. Sometimes your equipment can let you down.
Yeah. Well, I mean. I suppose there's a possibility Taylor or Moses could go out, could crash out, and so, you know, the shoe could be on the other foot. You let those other guys make the mistake. But, yeah, the team championship is probably going to go bye-bye.
So Taylor rejoins. He's currently in 11th behind Lemansky. Lemansky, more than likely on a one-stop strategy, so he's going to have to contend with Lemansky for a number of laps here before he gets a little bit of free track. So Jolicoeur has now moved out into the lead, Brett. I'm sorry we missed that.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, we're so focused on this drama playing out, but you're absolutely right. And I don't know how DeGraw's going to get back to Jolicoeur. I mean, what a moment for this guy. And boy, to have another win slip away, so he's going to have to figure something out to improve his pace.
Wow, what a stunning turn of events. Jolicoeur starting from last spot on the grid now finds himself in the lead on lap 18. Just a remarkable performance here for Jolicoeur.
Yeah, and despite Samard's problems, as they run right now, it is the French Connection back in the lead in the team classification as they run right now. So Samard still holds enough of a position. And then Taylor, of course, he's on the 2-stop, so he's going to pick up ground. But, you know, so I suppose it is kind of a dilemma if you're Samard to come in early because, you know, as they run, they've got the team title. God, what a fascinating race.
So Taylor has gotten past Lemansky. He's now up to 10th. Moses, Jolicoeur now resets fast lap of the race. Moses up to 7th. So, Moses would have to finish. He can't tie. If they tie, the championship goes to Samard just based on wins.
He needs 2 spots, yeah.
So Moses needs to finish 2 spots ahead of Samard. Sorry, 3 spots ahead of Samard. Yeah, 2. You know.
Yeah. Yep, needs 2 positions. So yeah, okay. Well, that's 1 extra. So Ricker or somebody else still behind would have to get ahead, but Taylor will definitely cycle through. So that's a position right there. Look, Samard's pretty boned. We think.
2 retirements so far. Story and Ivy out. So as we run right now, Jolicoeur leading, DeGraw in second. Pit stop should be coming up. Houston running in third. Olsen now running in fourth. Having a great drive tonight ahead of Parsons in fifth. Samard back to sixth. Moses trying to chase him down in seventh. Ricker running in eighth. Robbins ninth. Taylor now in 10th. Lemansky running at 11th. Greg Myers in 12th. Watton in 13th. David Zahn running in 14th. Peter Burke has had a few missteps tonight, running in 15th. Jake Feemster running 16th. Joel Ekman a lap down in 17th. And Kevin Miller also a lap down in 18th. Who's running in second. But let's talk about Joel Ekman real quick. Ekman leading the competition index, and that's the prize that goes to the driver that covers the most distance in a race. Ekman's best finish this season has been a 5th. 11 races, he's covered 460 laps and just under 2,191 kilometers. And he's the current leader, so 460 out of a possible 472 laps. So Ekman in line. He's got a 15-kilometer cushion over second place Parsons. So if Ekman keeps it together here, he's going to be a competition index winner for season 32. So that's great to see. It's a perfect example of not someone that generally finishes in the top 5 or even top 10 all the time, but just pounds out, does his best to finish on the lead lap, and there you go. His first full season here at NAGP, and he's in line to win that prize.
He certainly had some good finishes and some extremely strong runs. Obviously, consistent points finisher, obviously, you don't get that high in the CI without that. But I was on board with him to start the race, and I got to get this in. I saw him basically just drop to the back of the field. Just crawling around the track to make sure that he didn't get taken out. It was kind of funny to watch, but a perfect strategy going for that prize.
There you go. So Ricker now makes his move on Chris Moses, so that those two have swapped positions, and coming up on Ekman. No doubt we'll let those guys
made a mistake.
No, I think Ricker made a mistake. Ricker's got good pace here late in the session.
Okay, yeah. Okay, right. I think, Ricker got by. Well, quick update on Samard here. Looking at the lap times, I think he's figuring out how best to drive with this situation. His lap times are getting a little bit better. The fuel burning off has helped too, but I think he's figuring out a little bit back into the low 26s, which is a ray of hope. A ray of hope, if he can. But I think he's getting it figured out. So we'll see. But still a tough task for him.
So looking back out front here, Jolicoeur and DeGraw continue to swap best laps here. Currently, DeGraw holding on to the fast lap of the race, 23.3. So pit stops have begun here. Houston and Olsen are in. Houston comes in from the 3rd position. Suspect Jolicoeur to come in this lap. Jolicoeur's always put together some great stops, so we'll see how he manages this pit stop coming up.
Boy, this is, you're absolutely right. This battle for the lead is an intriguing one. And
what a stop for Jesse. Comes
Yeah.
out ahead of Houston.
oh wow. Jolicoeur and DeGraw coming in on the same lap.
All right, this is big here.
Yeah, this is going to be quite a test for DeGraw. Ian Jolicoeur, as veteran as they come. When we see Ian Jolicoeur bust through a field like that and take the lead, it's rare when he does not come away with the win. So, in my mind, Mark DeGraw is really going to have to come up with something special here. Because, I mean, Jolicoeur looks pretty possessed.
Let's see who else follows suit. Samar's staying out. He is now back leading. Parsons is in. So Jolicoeur is away. Good stop from Ian. DeGraw is rolling now as well. Looks like Moses has come into the pits. So Samard is your leader. Taylor now up to second on that two-stop strategy, is 15 seconds behind Samard. And Jolicoeur is good to go. Taylor still needs to make another stop. So currently it does not look like that two-stop strategy is paying off.
Well, no, he did not do enough to take the lead early enough in the race and open up that gap. And we're just going to have to wait till the second stops to see where this shakes out at, because I'm going to go nuts trying to figure out these team and driver points until we see what's going on, and much will depend on what Samard can do.
Samard in the pits.
Yeah, much is going to depend on what he can do with the fuel on board and how that's going to affect his on-track performance. Samard's, that is. So. If he can manage 26s, then they're still in. They have hope.
Let's see if he's able to fix his pedal issue. He must be frantically.
Or that would help.
Let's see. Still looks like he is not at full throttle. And comes out ahead of Moses.
These things it reminds me of trying to push Andres out of the sand at Sepang in a team involved in that team championship. What do? Do you take the time to try to fix the pedals? Do you take your chances of trying to, hope you can hold enough pace? Oh my God.
The gap between Moses and Samard again at 11 seconds. Interesting. Moses not able to pick up. In fact, it looks like he lost some time in that stop. Wathan, meanwhile, is up to 8th. And Wathan is showing
without a stop.
He has not stopped. So Ricker has made his stop. So yeah, Wathan's going to have to come in. He's got Samard just ahead of him.
Regardless, Samard did pick up time on Moses. That gap down to 11 seconds. I mean, it was down to 7 or 6 or 7 at one point.
There you go. Wathan's going to rocket past Samard. It's got to be incredibly frustrating for Philippe. But as they run right now, got the win. That would be 12. I have to wait and see who's led the most laps. Another bonus point involved there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. And Samard, he was out there for quite a few, and with Taylor changing things, I guess it's possible because he's in and out with the way he's cycling on and off the pits. Oh, Hoffman throws it off there in front of Philippe. No harm, no foul.
Now, let's not forget, Taylor is still in the mix here for the championship. He's, what did we say?
Yeah, Taylor can't.
14 points back. Sorry, 15.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about the championship implications. That brings those guys in line. 14 points is tough, but oh my God, unbelievable.
Let's see, what Taylor came in on what lap? So came in on lap 15. Expect him to come in on lap 29. I don't see how he's going to make it up, Brad. He's only got 5 seconds up on Jolicoeur.
And no.
That's not going to happen.
No, he's not in line for the win. No, he's not in line for the win. But if Samard continues to struggle, then he could still be in line for the championship, for the driver's title.
Well, with DeGraw running in third, man, there's all kinds of scenarios.
It's
coming at us right now.
Extremely complicated. I'm trying to work up the. It's impossible right now, man. We're gonna just have to wait for the second stop.
We need to hire a statistician.
It's crazy. Right now, Samard is doing enough. That's all I know. But it's close. It's getting closer.
Oh, what a great drive from Olsen. He beat out. He passed Parsons on track. Houston must have had a poor stop because he lost a bunch of time. Olsen got past him, and now Parsons is ahead of him as well.
Yeah, and that battle we saw for the lead there before those stops, Jolicoeur and DeGraw, they've separated a little bit. So Jolicoeur making he has made some nice ground on DeGraw. And Jolicoeur is your virtual leader once Taylor finishes off his pit stop cycle.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Parsons has anything for Olsen currently. Olsen running quicker, has got a quicker lap, 24.4 best for Olsen, 24.8 for Parsons. So it looks like Parsons and Parsons in general have dropped the ball. It's set up or something here. Oh, it looks like Taylor made a bobble as he is now 0.2 ahead of Jolicoeur.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. I mean, obviously he really needs the win to have a real legitimate shot. But I tell you, I don't see him coming even back up to third, really. I think DeGraw's gonna, but much will depend on his stop.
So in terms of team implications,
it's still up in the air if Jolicoeur goes on to win. He cycles through back to the lead. They're still in line for it because Taylor. It's going to depend on where Taylor comes out at. A lot of this depends on where Taylor comes out. And I think he's going to slip all the way back to maybe 7th, but behind Samard maybe. Somewhere in there, though.
Nice little battle here between the competition index leader Ekman and Greg Myers. This is for 13th. Ekman not holding back. He is going for it here, looking on the inside of Myers. Ooh, these guys got lap traffic. DeGraw trying to get past. Tough situation for Greg to be in. Whoa. Yeah, what happened to DeGraw? I didn't just notice. He's a bit off the pace. Yeah, he's still holding fast lap of the race, but not able to match the pace of Jolicoeur here.
No, his times are good relative to what he was doing. It's just Jolicoeur making better pace right now. That's all it is.
Forward with Ekman. Guys did it. That was a tough spot for both those guys to be in there racing for position, but also trying to let the lead lap car pass. Ekman recognized that Greg did a good job.
Yeah, no guys I'd rather have see coming up in front of me than those guys if I'm in that situation. Okay, Taylor's in.
Often involved in this tussle as well. Okay, so Ekman's going to make the pass, move up to 13th. What can Wathen do here with Myers? Yeah, Taylor in. That's going to move. It should move Olsen up to 3rd. And now Wathen gets passed. So Taylor comes out in 6th, ahead of Simard. Gap between Moses and Simard now is 4 seconds. Ricker all over the back of Simard. Now here's an interesting scenario, Brad. Should Moses come up on, get past, come up on Taylor?
They'll give up the team chance. They can't because Jolicoeur's leading the race.
Yep.
So they can't do it. Taylor has to make some passes for position.
Yeah, it all goes back to last week at Monza. I think Taylor could have allowed his teammate pass to take the lead in the championship, but held on to the win. Now both of them in a predicament here. As we watch Ricker trying to do something about Simard here, we expect Ricker to be able to make a pass here down the straight. He should have better straight line speed. Now behind Moses is Lemansky and Burke. 9th is 8th. 8 points, sorry.
Track right now. Oh no, Simard got passed. So that puts him 1 point out now. As they run on track, if my math is right, it's PMR by 1 point at this very moment.
Wow. Jolicoeur in the lead. Expect he may have that bonus point for leading the most laps. We're not going to know.
No, we aren't.
Does the scoring data say how many laps people have led? I don't think so.
I don't have never seen it.
Meanwhile, Taylor having a look on the inside of Houston. Whoa! That was a little too close for comfort there, but Taylor makes his way past. That's another point there for PMR in terms of the team championship.
Yeah, Taylor's gonna, I mean, we assume he's gonna pick up a couple spots here, at least up to Parsons. So we would expect Taylor to go back through to 4th. But Moses has a great opportunity to get Simard, unless Simard can start finding some pace as the fuel load drops away. And regardless of the throttle situation for Simard, he is not going to make it easy on Chris Moses. it's time to go into full aggression blocking mode if you're Samard, if you have to.
No, we don't want to see a, what was it, Senna and Prost?
Well, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Ooh, Kevin Miller's done for the night. He had a great start to the race and called it.
I was always kind of a Prost fan anyway, but
you see the gap there on screen between Moses and Samard is now just 2 seconds. And starting to drop here. Romansky could be a wild card here. He's closing up on Samard with 10 laps to go. Romansky can get past Samard. This could be interesting. Taylor can't afford to give up those positions due to the team championship. As Ricker, is that Ricker coming out of the pits? It is. He comes out, whoa, just ahead of Samard, and Samard makes his way past. Oh, that was very close.
Boy, 10 laps to decide this thing, and it is all coming together now. Moses on it as much as he possibly can be with the boat anchor.
Well, let's not forget Moses carrying that extra ballast and 40 kilograms, and this pedal issue with Samard. He's already got 15 kilograms, and that little lack of speed there. I guess it's almost like he's running with 40 kilograms on board. He's running pretty much the same laps Moses is. Last time by was a 26.9 to Moses' 26 flat.
Yeah, just now back into the 26s for Philippe. Moses is going to have to finish 2 positions ahead for the driver title. But he can see his prey right in front.
Now Ricker having a look on the inside. Ricker gets past. On board with Chris Moses. Mansky's 10 seconds off these guys. Well, I'll tell you what, Brad, you couldn't have asked for a more intriguing finale here.
Boy, this race could have gone a lot of ways with the short grid and the difficult nature of the track. It is as drama-filled as we could have ever expected. Here's Philippe. He just needs to do whatever he can. Hold up Chris as long as he possibly can. He does not have to do anything dangerous. He just needs to hold him up as much as possible, slow his progress, because he's got to get those 2 positions. Has to get Samard and then another position, a gap between himself and Samard up ahead.
There's nothing he's going to be able to do here. He can't do it.
Sitting duck.
So, championship lead is now 1 point as we run right now.
But it's not enough for somebody to go out of the race now in front of Moses. I mean, that's not good. He has to actually get the position, so he has to get up to Richter and make the pass. So the work not yet done for Moses, and 7 laps. It's the championship is 7 laps away from him, and the position's right in front of him. And boy, I haven't talked about the lead. I've just been sitting here on Moses, but the guy has not let Jolicoeur get away with that 5-second gap. So maybe he still has something to say about this race late.
Yeah, unless Samard, Moses would have to get in front of Ricker and in front of Houston. He'd have to have 3 points on him. So even if he gets ahead of Ricker, that's 2 points. That's tied.
Well, Moses has 2 points right now between 8th and 9th.
Oh, 1 point.
Yeah, so he only needs the next position.
The gap is 2 points in the championship, no? Yeah. 162
it's 2 points
to
in the
160.
Yeah, so Moses is ahead of Samard right now. That's a 2 point difference right there, right?
No, 1
so they're
point.
they're virtually tied.
No, 1 point.
Oh, it's only 1 point between 8th and 9th. Ah. Yeah, that's why I asked. You said it was 6 for 9th.
Yeah, Moses would have to finish in 7th.
Right.
I don't think he's got what it takes to catch Ricker right now. Ricker with the 25-1 last time by. So Samard's in a good position right now. He doesn't need to do anything. He's got, what's he got, about 8 seconds up on Lemansky. Oh, sorry, take that, 6 seconds up on Lemansky. Now, that's something. If Lemansky gets past, and then Moses can somehow get past Ricker,
yeah,
then we have a change.
Oh, so you're telling me 8th is 9 points?
Yeah.
So that's what
7th
you're telling me.
on down.
Ah, that's where I got.
Yeah.
That's where I got confused. Okay. Well, thanks for Chips for clearing that up, because I was confused. It's only been, I've only been around here a decade. Come on.
All right, so where are we at on track? Taylor has gotten past Parsons for 4th. He remains 40 seconds off the leader. And the gap between Jolicoeur and DeGrasse has remained right around 5 seconds. Meanwhile, Olsen and Taylor, that could be something to watch here with just 5 laps to go. Taylor is only 4 seconds off of Olsen for 3rd, and Taylor on the soft tires running very quickly at the moment. Looks like Lemansky might have made a mistake. He's dropped some drop back of Samard. Now, the team points right now, it's I believe 25, because at this point I think Jolicoeur has led the most laps. Samard.
Yeah, PMR would retain that championship by about 7 points as they run on track. So they're looking okay at the moment. And yeah, it looks like Samard does have a reasonable chance, a bit better than I thought, and still holding pretty good pace in those low 26s. That was really going to be key. And thinking he did make some adjustments to some of his lines and figure out how to get the most out of his pace with that hampered car. Whew, still a few laps yet to run. Anything can happen, but looks like he's got a good chance to survive. Man.
As we run now, as we run right now, Samard would win the title by 1 point over Moses, and in retrospect for PMR and for Moses, looking back at that race last week at Monza, that was the championship decider.
Well, you have to be lucky and good. We've all had those races. I've had one myself this season. And just you have to be really good week after week, and you have to have good luck too. Hard to win these championships around here. These guys are good.
DeGraw's done just about everything he's had to do to try and win this thing. Aside from leading the race, he's took pole. He got 21 points, but still not enough to clinch the championship.
Yeah, just a little outclassed was DeGraw by Jolicoeur, and I'm sure he didn't see that coming. I don't think I would have either, with Jolicoeur coming from the back of the grid, but those are the kind of performances Jolicoeur puts in. So it's not uncommon to see it, but if you're DeGraw, maybe you aren't expecting it because you haven't seen it as often. So, but nonetheless, what a great season for DeGraw and for, of course, teammate Lichmansky. These guys are going to be back with some fire in their guts for next season. They led this championship halfway through the season and looked great doing it.
Yeah, he certainly did. Ricker, meanwhile, he has got it going now. He is about to close up on John Houston for 6th. What a drive from Ricker.
He made a mistake or something a little earlier, or else he might have had an opportunity to finish a little higher up. These gaps, actually, I mean, they're relatively close, really. Again, except for the first couple, the gaps are otherwise pretty close.
Man, interesting. Samard is holding steady here with Moses ahead of him. Doing a good job with the situation he's in.
Yeah, well, like the end of the first stint we saw, he did manage to find a way to make pace once the fuel ran out of the car.
So working lap 41 of 43. Jolicoeur leading this race. Unbelievable drive starting from the back of the grid to end up leading the race before his first stop, which is pretty amazing.
It is an amazing drive. It was a bit of a short grid that helped a little bit, but obviously it is truly something special to win coming from the back like that. Tell you something else, pretty lucky here, really. That Samard situation has not gotten worse. It looks like it stayed pretty much the same range, which is, I mean, for me, when I have pedal problems, the range will only get worse. You know, if it gets bad.
Jolicoeur coming up on some lap traffic.
Lap and a half to go, and what has been an extremely thrilling season 32. I want to take a quick second to thank you, Al, for putting this incredible season together for us, and staying up on those broadcasts week after week. A few technical issues aside, thank you so much. Thank you on behalf of the community as well. I know all these guys are tremendously excited to be able to show up for these events you run. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate it. Enjoy doing it. Everybody out there does as well. As Ricker has made his way past Houston for 6th here on the last lap. And Moses 7 seconds off of Houston. Not going to be able to get it done. Moses and Samard running nose to tail here to close out this final lap. Meanwhile, Jolicoeur coming up on Kevin Lemansky. It was a lap down. Oh, Jolicoeur side by side. Oh! Lemansky got it wrong there. But Jolicoeur, just a few corners left to go. And one of the most amazing drives of the season, I must say. To come from the back of the field to take his third win, I believe, of the season here on Monday night. DeGraw is going to finish the night in second. Great showing from DeGraw this season. Olsen, meanwhile, back in third. And this is probably, I believe it's going to be his best result of the season. Oh yeah, his best finish up to this point was fifth, so Olsen taking home his best result here with the podium at Barcelona. Taylor with a good effort here tonight with a different strategy. He's going to take fourth. Parsons going to finish in fifth. Ricker going to hold off John Houston for sixth, followed by Ricker, very excited, followed by Houston. Moses going to, oh! Samard took it off. Samard is off. Oh, Lemansky. Wow, he's took it off near the final corner, but Samard's going to hang on to ninth. And there's your season champion here on Monday night, season 32. Wow, man, what an unbelievable result.
Unbelievable. Oh, God.
Oh, man. What a finish to tonight's race, Brad. Let's see if we can bring in our race winner as well as our season champion. Oh, we got graphics. Here we go. Ian Jolicoeur, do you copy? And Philippe.
I'm here, bud.
Hi.
Well, Ian, tremendous job tonight. One of the best drives we've seen all season. Coming from the back to win this race was truly remarkable. I mean, you took over the lead of the race before your first stop, which was, you know, we were pretty much amazed by that. And DeGraw, who had great pace, was matching you there near the end of that stint. That second stint, man, you were crushing it, and he just could not hang on to the back of you. What did you finish, like 8 seconds ahead of DeGraw?
Oh, that was a burner. Well, I don't know the results of the team championship here. Did we lose that one? That I don't know what the numbers were. That was tight.
It looks, yeah, it looks like you're narrowly going to miss out on that team championship. Looks like PMR might have done just enough. It was a hell of a hell of a drive, Ian. Obviously a big part of the story of tonight, but I got to get to your teammate. I got to get to your teammate, who was another big part of the story tonight, Philippe Samard. Holy cow! What the hell was running through your mind? How do you deal with something like that?
Oh man, it started so perfectly. I mean, getting the lead at the start, and then I don't know if you noticed, but I was backing the whole field up for Ian to catch up, and it was working so brilliantly. And then I just got out of the turn 3, and I saw Matt just coming in so quickly. Oh no, the throttle stuck again, and from now on I just tried to see where Chris was, but when the car doesn't move forward, you just can't go.
Yeah, we were we we noticed you starting to fall off a little bit, and one of us, or I think Brad, questioned whether your pedals were acting up. We brought up the pedal app. We could see you weren't going full throttle, and it must have been so frustrating seeing these guys just blow past you down the straight. But Moses eventually got past you. But I tell you what, he wasn't going to be able to catch up to the guys ahead of him. So you were in a good position there to take the win. I mean, to take the championship. You must have felt at ease a little bit at that point.
No, because I was pushing for the team championship. I knew we might need that position to Moses. Because for a driver's champ, I knew I could stay behind him, but I really wanted to get by him again for the team championship. But that
hey, don't worry, bud. So. We had a good season. We put a scare in PMR like they haven't had in a while. That's a good season, bud. Congratulations to you on that team championship, or on the driver championship. Fantastic, bud. Not a problem. We'll do it again, bud. We did what we could. Good run.
Well, yeah, you
Congrats
guys
to Moses and Matt too. That's hell of a season.
You guys had a tremendous run, but Philippe, got to talk about your season. I mean, you had was it 4 wins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pole positions. Had a couple DNFs sprinkled in there. 2. It looks 3. It looks like.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. I mean, some of them my fault, some of them not really. It just goes with the ups and downs of a normal season, I guess. With these cars, you've driven them, you know how much they can bite easily. It's hard to race for 1 hour without making any mistakes at the pace that we're going. And you probably know this as well. We made the setups quick. We didn't make the setups safe. So that also comes with a lot of wins, but things happen with those kind of setups.
Yeah, to cap one of these things off, especially, I mean, the level of competition, the grid's got a little shorter toward the end of the season, but the competition around here is not really so bad, and it's pretty decent top to bottom. And so if you aren't going forward, you generally are getting backward, and you do have to show up every week and be good. You also do have to run into some luck too. It does take both to cap one of these things off, so big congratulations to you. And Ian, again, big congratulations to you on the win. That was one heck of a drive coming from the back of the field.
Thank you very much, and thanks for the setup, Philippe. It's amazing, bud. Good season.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alan, Brad.
Great work.
It was fun.
Thanks, guys, and great run, both you guys, and hopefully you see you back next season. Congratulations again, Philippe.
Thank you. See you next year.
All right. Well, we should bring in PMR. I'm not sure how. Well, looks like they bailed. So clearly not happy with the result, regardless of winning the team championship. And where is Ekman? Ekman gone too? I wanted to talk to him. That's too bad. Ekman's going to take home the competition index award. So great job by him. So a little bittersweet for PMR. They're going to come away with the team championship, but not clinching the double there with the driver's title.
It was going to be an uphill battle for Chris Moses with the weight. I think they all knew that. He was going to have an extreme amount of luck, and to get that much luck go your way and still not come away with it, that's probably the disappointing part, right? But you can't be upset with the team championship, and it was a heck of a fight, not only by the French connection. Look, PMR was really on the back foot. It was Leger, once those guys got teamed up. T-Brock Dam Bam was right in there. It was PMR on the outside looking in until like the last third of the season. So really, they did something they have not done in seasons past, and that's the win coming from behind. And that's gotta feel good. I mean, maybe even a little bit better than running away with the thing like they've done the last couple seasons. So yeah, congrats to them. And quick note, as we finalize some of our season 32 stuff, if my math is right, I think it's DeGraw who's taken third in this championship overall in the drivers' championship, and that is one hell of a season for Mark DeGraw. So, man, I am really looking forward to seeing what he and that team can do next season.
Yeah, that's an outstanding season for DeGraw. Would have been nice to see him get that win here tonight, but he ended up with the pole position, so a little bit of consolation for him. But thanks again, everybody. It was a great season, pretty exciting. Some action-packed runs, some interesting races for sure in these cars. Definitely one of the toughest cars we've ever driven here on Monday night. So some of these, good job, tip of the cap for these guys for hanging in there, driving these things. But well, that's going to do it for us here this season on Monday nights. We're not done just yet. We got one more race to go here this Thursday from Road America, the 400-kilometer finale to finish off that season. That's got another close championship involved as well in both the teams and the drivers. So Jake and Jack will have the coverage for that on Thursday night. So hopefully you guys can tune in for that. But until then, we'll be back next season. Like I said, join NorthAmericanGP.com, or we'll have we're on Discord now, starting after this season. So you can jump in there and reach out to us, and we'll get you going. And thanks again, Brad, for hanging in there all season, and thanks everybody who tuned in. I appreciate it. Have a great time off, and we'll